Good day, ma'am. So we are the Group 5 and we are here to present to you the customer's emotional state, core concern, and summary of scenario number 2, 4, and 6. So customer's emotional state. So across the three scenarios, customers displayed varying degrees of emotional distress, primarily rooted in service failure, lack of accountability, and poor communication. So, in scenario 2, the customer's frustrations and anger came from first when the agent says that her problem is not their fault and they don't take accountability of that. They blame the warehouse because of late shipment of her order and the customers can't accept that reason. I also noticed how the agent talked to her. I don't think that's the proper way of talking to a customer because he becomes sarcastic and he's making fun of her, and that's also the reason why she become more frustrated. So instead of uh, finding solution, uh, she become more stressed because of the agent.
The customer emotional state. Um, the client was yelling, screaming, and threatening. All in all, he was really emotional and furious. He used threatening language and an angry, yelling tone. He tried for hour, he tried for hours to get in touch with Michelle, the person he was looking for, but he kept getting sent to a different address. His anger was largely caused by redirection and lack of problem solving of the agent.
Scenario 6. Customers' emotional states. The customer's Mr. Rolling Pin is frustrated but restrained. While clearly irritated, his tone remains sarcastic rather than aggressive. The tone of Mr. Rolling Pins is mocking and annoyed, especially when an agent repeatedly mishears his phone numbers. When Mr. Rolling Pin said the word for the millionth times and the word "you're making up numbers" indicate exasperation. Prior events, multiple failed attempts to convey basic information like phone numbers, along with the communication barriers with the agents, have contributed to his irritation.
So the main concern of the customer on scenario 2 was the late shipment of her order. But the agent says that they don't take accountability of that. Instead, it is the accountability of the warehouse or the shipping department. The customer can take that reason because uh, as she was saying, she paid $350 for that. So after the customer says that, the agents offer a refund without acknowledging the logistic error. And I don't think that's the right thing to give solution to your customer.
The customer concern. The primary problem of the scenario 4 is the miscommunication and inaccessibility. The customer had been told to call certain extension and fallback numbers to get hold of case handler, um, and none worked. The situation was made worse by the support team's inability to connect him or explain the issue, leaving him ignored, and that's all.
Scenario 6. Customers' core concern. The customers need to speak with a phone service company to install a new phone jack. Specific complaint is the representative cannot correctly input or verify his information, delaying his request. The challenges is the miscommunications and unclear response from the agents cause confusion, and hinder progress. Underlying issues is the language barriers and the poor communication skills of the support agent.
For summary, each of these scenario highlight critical gaps in customer service. In scenario 2, we saw how poor accountability and robotic responses can increase frustration. In scenario 4, it was clear that internal miscommunication and poor routing can damage customer trust. And in scenario 6, we learned that clear communication and listening are vital even for basic service requests. So these are everyday challenges that many call centers face and addressing them is key to delivering quality service. In all cases, the emotional distress of the customers was amplified by the representative failure to listen, act efficiently, and take ownership. To prevent similar situations, companies need to focus on proactive customer support, strong internal communication, and well-trained staff who are not only technically competent but also empathetic. So these small improvements can make a huge difference in customer satisfaction and brand loyalty.